I'm Anthony Cekay. I play the saxophone, I write music, I write poetry, and I host the Page 4 Music Podcast, which is an online podcast series that fosters discourse within the music community. I am a Rico Reeds artist. I happily play Rico Reeds and Rico accessories, so thank you to the good people at Rico and Diodario. And thank you to Musickin for having me for the spotlight. Thank you for tuning in and watching my spotlight. So to understand my place in the Musickin community, you kind of have to understand my place in the musical community that I have created for myself, in that the Page 4 Music Podcast, which I started in 2010, has really been a great way for me to branch out musically, not just from a standpoint of who I'm playing with and the music that I'm taking in personally, but it's been a great way to foster a discourse within the online music community, because people from all over the world, and I was going to say all over the country, but all over the country and the world have tuned in to listen to some of these podcasts. We've had some really interesting interviews with people like Chip Taylor, who wrote Wild Thing, to people like Michael Daves, who was my most recent interview, who's a bluegrass guitarist who is making a name for himself here in New York City. And I really would like to be that on Musickin, a place where people can come to hear new music and to kind of be a continuation of the Musickin goal, which is, I guess, to help people experience music on a different level than they have, and help people experience new music. Also, for the Musickin community, I'm going to be hosting the upcoming Musickin Make Music New York Showcase. It's going to be on June 21st, the first day of summer. It'll be held at the Hive New York City, which is a venue in Brooklyn, and it starts at 5 p.m. The evening is going to be filled with all sorts of musical acts. There are going to be 8 in total. It's going to have a visual art aspect to it. There's going to be an improv group playing improv games there, and it's really going to be a fun time. So come on out and take a part in the Musickin Make Music New York stage. So I have a new thing coming up. It's called the Spectacular War Museum, and it's not all that new. It's a project I've been working on for 10 years, and it's now coming to fruition. So it's really an exciting time for me, because I'm getting to do the project that I've spent the last 10 years birthing. And the project is the culmination of 2 different projects. It is a cycle of poems that I wrote dating back to 2001, and it is a musical suite in 3 acts that features jazz, quintet, and string quartet, sometimes playing together, sometimes playing separately in bits and pieces, and it's through composed, and there's large improvised sections. So if you like jazz and you like classical music, this is a thing for you to come see. And if you like poetry, it's the thing for you to read. It's called the Spectacular War Museum. It tells the story of a character who is kind of the human personification of the devil, and it is kind of his life and times on Earth. So it's music, it's poetry, and it's all happening at the same time. And if you want more info, you can follow my Musickin Music homepage and the blog section, where I'll be writing more about it. So one of the things that really excites me about Musickin is that there needs to be a place online for people to experience new music, and for people to kind of cut through the crap that's out there. And not that there aren't great resources out there now, but I think Musickin does what those other resources do in a more distilled way, and in a better way, and in a way that allows you to experience music more uniquely and more directly, and connect with the people, the musicians that are making it, with the people who are interested in listening to it. And so if I could wish anything for Musickin, it would be that it just really explodes, and people are really able to connect with music in a way that they had been over the course of history, and we can kind of get back to that, to really connect with it on a more visceral level, and connect with it on a more personal level. Thank you for watching my Musickin Spotlight. I'm Anthony Cekay, and if you want to find out more, you can go to my Musickin Music homepage and learn more about my podcast, Page 4 Music. That's 4, the number, Page 4 Music. And you can learn more about when I'm playing and where I'm playing. Sometimes I'll put up clips of me playing. I'm going to put one up tonight, in fact, that's going to be something I improvised. So tune in for that and go to Music In to find out more.